Hello, and welcome to this module information video for the second year module 2EN603, Revolution in Response, British Literature 1740 to 1840. I'm Adam Smith, I'm the module director, and this short video is just going to give you a quick taste of what to expect if you decide to take this module. So if you're sitting comfortably, then we'll begin. In the wild bursts of the French Revolution, no department of civil and military life, no branch of science or region of taste and literature was untouched by this general concussion. So wrote Percy Shelley in the Monthly Review, March 1819, naming the French Revolution the master theme of the epoch. Epoch there being used to mean age. The rise of the people in France to overthrow an absolute monarchy, an ancient regime that had been in place for centuries, and then replace that regime with what appeared to be a genuine republic, not led by the monarchy or even the aristocracy, sent shockwaves across Europe. Suddenly, everything was possible. Those French revolutionaries had made the possible happen. And in Britain, this concussion, as Shelley called it, this wave of transformational energy changed literature forever. Many writers and thinkers looked for new ways to regenerate existing forms, like poetry, like prose, like the novel, whilst others, such as Wordsworth and Coleridge, sought to democratize literature the way that those French revolutionaries had democratized politics. Literature was now saying that it was for everyone. Later, a second generation of writers who wanted to push this change further realized that literature could actually be used to enact real political change, penning poems like Shelley's Mask of Anarchy, which reminded the downtrodden labouring classes that ye are the many, not the few. Much of this took place as part of the movement now commonly referred to as Romanticism, but I implore you to forget everything you think you know about Romanticism before you take this module, and in particular, forget anything you were told at A-level about pathetic fallacy. Yes, Wordsworth wrote poems about dancing daffodils, but he did that. He wrote those poems about happy dancing daffodils as part of a broader revolutionary project to rewrite literature, to rewrite society, and expand the way that we use and think about the human imagination. Later Romantic poets like Shelley, but also like Keats, would dedicate their lives to this endeavour, in both cases to some extent literally, gifting us that figure of the romantic hero, committed above all else to expanding their mental capacity to understand and appreciate the universe. That romantic hero was actually a figure celebrated by many, but also satirized by Lord Byron, another character associated with Romanticism. But he actually believed and used his poetry to express his belief that there was nothing beyond the material world, and that anything, he wrote once, that he made by his pen would be best spent on his bollocks. And the romantic hero is also a figure satirized by Mary Shelley, who forever skewered this figure of the egomaniacal romantic thinker in her 1818 novel Frankenstein, or The Modern Prometheus. Meet all of these figures and more, as we also deconstruct traditional configurations of Romanticism to also encounter the poetry of such women writers as Charlotte Smith, Hannah More, the Gothic novelist Anne Radcliffe, and that pioneer of what we now would recognise as an early form of feminism, Mary Wollstonecraft. And you'll also read work by working class writers like Sheffield poet and essayist James Montgomery. This module will be taught in a very traditional seminar and lecture format, and it features two assessment points. The first is a 1,000 word close reading. The other is a 3,000 word portfolio consisting of a 1,000 word literature review and a 2,000 word comparative essay. So take this module if you want to understand the revolutionary potential of literature and see the ways in which the writing of this era, this unprecedented era, changed lives then and continues to change now. Thank you very much for considering 2EN603, Revolution in Response, British Literature 1740 to 1840.